Vortex Optics, available at superioroutfitters.com.
We are up at Legends Ranch just outside of Bitely, Michigan. I've been coming up here for over 20 years, and here's why.
Keith is back at Legends Ranch, and we're excited to have him and Mary and Johnny come on out and try to come after a beautiful fall whitetail buck.
Well, howdy, Robert.
How are you, Keith?
Well, let me hop out of the truck.
Be careful.
Oh boy.
I'm good. It is the first week of October. Yeah,
Yep.
it's first of October.
Yep.
And we're at Legends Ranch, and this is the crew here. They pick you up here, bring you right up here, and we are ready for a wonderful week of whitetail hunting. First order of business is lunch, and then we're going to head to the range and check zero, and then head to the stand. Let me tell you about this setup. This is an X16 crossbow by Gearhead. It is lightweight, it's easy to cock. I've got it topped off with a Vortex crossbow scope. All right. Now, this was dead on when I left home, but just like with any rifle, you always want to check zero before you hunt with it. All right, here goes. Doesn't get any better than that. That's pretty good right there. All right, so this is the spot we're going to start out. It is in the middle of the forest. We've got thousands of acres hunt out here. And if it looks like the blind is big, that's an understatement. But we're going to be set up in here and wait till dark, see what happens. Just got the crossbow set up here, and I'm moving a little bit, and I'll tell you why. The one thing is you don't want your limbs when you release an arrow to hit anything. And this crossbow is so narrow. I didn't realize it was up against the side of the blind, so you just want to make sure you got plenty of clearance so when the limbs release after you've shot that you don't have a problem, because it will deflect your arrow. But this is a really good looking spot. It's a lot cooler in here than it is out in the sun, so they ought to be moving through here. A feeding area is right over that way. The bedding area, we're kind of on the edge of the bedding area here, so we ought to catch them right before dark, heading to feed. The furthest shot we're going to have in here is 40 yards, so it's real tight. There's a deer just snuck in here. Little doe. Boy, look how they blend in. Yeah, they're starting to head in here now. That's good. They just all of a sudden show up. Like a family reunion. The whole family showed up. Gonna shoot that squirrel. It's a big squirrel. Seriously, words can't describe this. Look at this. The deer, when they come in, you look at them, words can't describe them. They're just giant. You ever get tired of this? I don't either. I like it a lot. This is always a celebration. You come here, it's like, hey, look like big deer, just bigger. So what they're doing, they're pouring champagne right now, and everybody's getting ready for a celebration, and they ought to celebrate. I mean, every day out in the woods is a great day, but when you get to bring big deer in like what we've got now, it is an unbelievable celebration. So that's what they're doing now, popping the champagne. Cheers. All right, we're going stealth mode now. Corey has us a real blacked out blind, pop-up blind. This is huge, but we're back in the woods here, and it is extremely thick, so we're going to lose light early, but it's dark inside here, which is going to allow us to have a lot more movement without being detected. So we're going to get settled in and be quiet. Keep our fingers crossed something comes in. So if you're wondering, well, this guy looks familiar, this is Corey, and Corey wound up, a few times ago, Corey was guiding me when I wanted to kill deer with a spear. He wound up, he put me up in a tree, and we had some tremendous success spearing some deer out here. So the reason we moved locations is simple. There were a lot of does, and little yearlings in the spot where we were earlier. So we moved a little bit further back in the woods. Hopefully this is where the big boys are. The weather has changed drastically. It has cooled off by at least 20 degrees, and the humidity is non-existent right now. We had a front come in earlier today across Lake Michigan, and it really changed things, and the animals are up early and on the move. That vortex scope is so cool. With the illuminated reticle, you can see it so well. We're losing light, and that really helps. Little buck just showed up. That buck just all of a sudden showed up. All I can tell is he's got a big rack. That's a really good one. What the heck? Something just boogered him. That was a big Legends buck right there. I can't see him, guys. I can't see him at all. Do I need to take my chair over?
Just let him work. He's gonna work across.
The one on the left. Oh well. That's the way it goes.
We were trying to get moved a little bit, and I don't know if he heard something that he didn't like or what, but he busted off on us.
Most people have heard of the saying, a cat's got 9 lives. Well, let me tell you something. This buck, we started calling him 9 lives because he's got as many lives as a cat. Every single time he came in, there was something in his favor and something against me.
Here we are at the parking lot, coming to celebrate 2 beautiful bucks killed tonight. One by Rex, one by Adam. Congratulations, guys. Beautiful deer. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, everybody.
Rex. Cheers, Rex.
All right, so we're back to try to get 9 lives. We got in here early. We got an issue. There is no noise at all. I mean, it is so calm. There's no wind. It's just super quiet. So we got in here really early. The weather's nice and cool, so the deer ought to be on the move. But we know that 9 lives was in here last night. Hopefully it'll be back this morning. That's him. That's 9 lives. He's out there. He just needs to work his way in. And we need about 10 more minutes of light. But that's him for sure. That's definitely him. But at least he's here. That's a good thing. All right, so we got in the blind early this morning, and as soon as it started getting light enough, we could see 9 lives out there. And we needed a little bit more light, and he was way back in there, so as soon as it got light, he walked off, but he wasn't boogered. So now that we've got enough light with the camera, we can see real well. Hopefully he'll come back. Would you shoot this non-typical buck or not? Do you think this deer is pretty? Or do you think this deer is not pretty? Boy, he just walked right in. Just appeared. That's what we need with 9 lives. It's a pretty buck, though. It's nice. We just need the right deer to do that now. So I'm starting to think that the buck that we've been hunting here is a buck that we can't kill. What I mean by that, we called him 9 lives because it's like he has 9 lives. Okay, last night he came in and we had a lot of footage of him, but couldn't get a shot. The trees were in the way for me or in the way for Johnny with the camera and couldn't get a shot at him. So we hopped back in here early this morning hoping that he'd show up, and sure enough he did, but he took off before we could get a good shot at him. So, but we just got done with lunch and decided to hop in the stand early. Normally we'd give a couple hours after lunch before getting in here, but we just hopped in early and hopefully he'll show up.
Hopefully tonight's our night.
there is really nice. It's bright and sunny. Got a little bit of wind to make some noise going through the trees, cover up our sound. Oh yeah. He's coming in. That's nice. We just need Big Boy to come in now. I love hunting in these trees like this. This timber is really cool. You think you can see a long ways, but you really can't. The deer's got to move a little bit, and all of a sudden he disappears. So I'm a believer that the buck that we're looking for is doing the same thing that buck's doing right there. He's laying down somewhere, and he's just taking it easy. Hopefully taking his next to last nap, because this last nap's going to be a long one. There he is. He's way down in the swamp, but he's coming this way. That's a good thing. He is hard to pick out in there. He's got a long way to come before we run out of light. The good news is he has no idea we're here. Come on up here, big boy. We got something for you. We're gonna make you famous. You better be ready. Look at that. Look at what he's doing. Oh, that is so cool. You've got to be kidding me. He's back in the same spot he was last night. Oh, there ain't nothing over there. I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, here he comes. Come on, move. There you go. You there?
Yeah. Good shot. Good shot.
Perfect. Watch him. You ought to see him go down right there. He couldn't go far. That was a hard shot right there. He's not going to go far.
Just grab.
And down he goes. What do you think of that? What do you think of that?
That was awesome, Keith. Congrats, man.
What do you think of that, baby? Oh. Give me a hug. Put the camera down. Give me a hug. 9 Live just hit the deck. He went bam. That was awesome. Yeah, there's no tracking. Yeah, there's
He didn't go very far at all.
Yeah, no problem finding this guy. Look at this buck. Look at him. Whoa! Typical Legends Ranch fashion. I mean, he gets bigger. Look at this. Holy moly! Look at the size of this buck. What do you think of that, Mary?
Oh, I think he's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. This is my kind of deer, and this is about as pretty of a big typical as you're going to get right here. As far as the crossbow, it is made by Gearhead, and I got it topped off, of course, with a Vortex crossbow scope. But this combination right here is deadly. I love this crossbow because you got to admit how quiet it was.
It was very quiet.
What a hunt.
It was a challenging hunt for us, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is a buck that we called 9 Lives for a reason.
I think we're waiting for Keith to come in. We heard he got one down, and we're really excited to see what he has.
I made it happen.
Excellent. Congratulations.
My kind of deer right there. I think it's time for celebration.
Yes.